No matter your goal, know there are no limits. The first step is really just doing it. Millionaires tell us this all the time, but it almost seems unattainable. What my peers feature are using the resources they have here and now to execute plans that will solidify them later. No matter music, marketing, hosting, fitness, or fashion, it's never too early to start. Incapable of being limited or bounded, this is the Illimitable Table.
Oh, man.
So, hi.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me at the Illimitable Table.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, gonna jump right into it. I have Suli. What's the Twitter name? Suli man. What was it?
Suli says, SULISAYS.
At Suli says. So, what did Suli say?
Unite.
Unite. That's what we're here for. Unite. So, I know that sometimes you're saying unite, you're saying crew. Like, what is it? Like, give us a rundown of where are we at with it?
The Creative Revolution Union pretty much is a platform for the creative leaders of Generation Y. We understand that creative realms of art, fashion, music, and entertainment are what most influence our generation. So if we can get the people who produce those works to kind of come together and unite and have one voice, then we can influence unity amongst an entire generation. So our whole mission is unite through creativity, you know what I mean? So pretty much we, through concerts, events, showcases, pretty much do free events and just bring people out and just try to get people to network and unite while creating a platform for creatives.
Okay, so you got a lot going on. Yeah. And how old are you?
24, just turned 24.
Just turned 24, Virgo, right?
Yeah,
Virgo Nation. Hello. So you just turned 24, and how long has CRUx been gone?
It's been going in my mind for at least 4 years, but in the physical, it's been like about a year and a half.
Okay, so where does you just wake up one day and you're like, you know what? I want to unite the whole world. Like, what do you do? Where do you start?
Pretty much, I think it really started when I was in school, and like all my friends, I'd always been a part of that promotion circle, marketing, like reaching the people. And I had so many friends one person had a fashion line who was like, yo, I want you to help me get this going. Another person was an artist and I want you to help me get this going. So I'm just like, all right, how can I help everybody at the same time? And that was pretty much the brainchild of everything. But it was from there it evolved to multiple different things, just trying to realize that everybody believes in the same thing. We all want the same exact thing.
Definitely.
And regardless of how you feel about somebody else, what goes on, everybody has that same, the same reason that they feel a certain way. So, and creativity is what brings all that together. Everybody listens to music. Everybody, if you look at art, you know what art is. Regardless, but everybody listens to music. So
The first event was Schoolboy Q. Mm-hmm. So tell me about that. Like, that's kind of a hot name to kind of have as your first kind of concert. Yeah. Like, how did that come about?
Pretty much, we were looking for, just to do something that would bring people out, and make people want to give back. So we pretty much just hit up Schoolboy Q and had him come out here and charge people $5 or a canned good to get into the show, and donated all the proceeds to Jose Feed the Hungry and Homeless, and that kind of just sparked the whole We Are Crew. The whole point was to show what we could do as a generation through creativity. We all came to see one of our fellow peers perform and brought a can and ended up raising like $2,000 for charity.
With the whole Unite movement, who would you say are some of your top people that you were just like, oh my God, they just said Unite, or they just shouted us out, or someone that you were just like, I didn't even know you even knew about Unite?
Definitely Trinidad James.
Yeah, he shows mad love to Unite.
Even, really it's everybody in like just our little, niche, our culture, like Earth Gang, 2-9, fucking Paper Frank, all these different people who when I came here, I came to Atlanta knowing nobody, not even being a part of this whole creative culture, and to have people, this time last year, I'm like, all right, I have this idea and I need to know these people, I need to know Paper Frank, now that's one of my best friends.
What would you say would be like the very first stepping stone that someone would need to take to kind of even get in this realm of?
Really, it's like believe in your idea wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Like, fuck everybody else, fuck whatever you're thinking, believe in yourself, because somebody's gonna tell you no. Like, somebody's gonna tell you that that's just a horrible idea and nobody would ever unite. You know what I mean? People have too many big egos and it's never gonna work. You know what I mean? You can't even get a brand like that going. So believe in yourself, and from there, you know what I mean? It's nothing else matters because that's plan A. You know what I mean? Forget plan B because it distracts from plan A. You know what I mean? So yeah, just believe.
So about the ego part, because I know that like kind of, I'm sure that plays a whole lot. You're already a man yourself, so you have your own little ego that comes with yours. So how are you able to maneuver and kind of stay humble and stay grounded and be able to interact with all these big names? Because A3C was kind of, you know, A3C was pretty big. And so how are you able to interact, Schoolboy Q, these type of, you know, you're dealing gunplay. You know, how are you able to interact with these people and still kind of stay humble and not really be so distracted by the industry and what the industry standards have told people that they should feel about themselves and kind of, you know, how
I really think it's really just really understanding that the whole brand vision, you know what I mean? If my mission is unite, then I can't be the one having issues or having beef, you know what I mean? I have to be that kind of mellow ground and everybody fucks with Suli, you know what I mean? Or else nobody, who wants to go unite with somebody they don't like, you know what I mean, type shit. So that's pretty, you know what I mean? That's really the main thing.
We talked about unite, but on your off time, because I know you like to turn a little bit. So if someone wants to, you know, how are you unwinding? What are you doing? You know, like how do you can't just focus on unite all the time. What are you out here doing? Do you have any other projects, any other things?
On the side, I kind of like do the hosting thing, you know what I mean, host events and all that, but that's really just another avenue to, because I don't make any money off of, you know what I mean, unite, you know what I mean, all the events are free and all that, so I have to figure out how to kind of put myself on, you know what I mean, and kind of have something on the side so at least I can host, you know what I mean, and get paid to host and all that, but it's also, I mean, that's another way to have a voice, you know what I mean? So now you've seen my voice before, if I say, you hear it, so if I say something, if I say unite, you're actually gonna recognize that I'm saying unite, as opposed to being somebody just behind the scenes, you know what I mean, who does, I mean, it's cool, but I wanna be that kind of Martin King-esque voice. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So 5 years, CRU, you've been here, this is the first year, so it'll be, that'll be 6 years. Yeah. What are you thinking? Like, what would be your ideal? I'm so happy I did what I had to do.
I'm not working with, damn, that's a really good question. Because as you said that, like 50 different images came into my head.
Give me like 3 of them.
One, I'm not dealing like the little things of CRU, you know what I mean? I'm just coming up with, I'm just getting paid to think, you know what I mean? I just want to come up with a good idea, hey, make sure that happens, you know what I mean? That, and I want to, you know what I mean, just be, when you think of like a leading person in our generation, I want Suli, you know what I mean? Like from a political standpoint, from a creative standpoint, because as I'm doing this, I'm learning how to, you know what I mean, do all the crafts of the people who I work with, you know what I mean? So learn how to paint, learn how to do all this. So I want to be, you know what I mean, just the jack of all trades, like the Gen Y guy type thing, so.
Gen Y, Diddy style.
Yeah, you know what I mean, but more like a Diddy mixed with like a little bit of like Stokely Carmichael and a little bit of Russell Simmons.
Okay. Oh, that's a good little.
Yeah.
That's a good little. Okay. Okay. So, wealth or fame?
Wealth.
Why?
Because I could be the most unknown person, but as long as I can pay you. You know what I mean? Like I can pay you to be the famous. You know what I mean? Fame will always come, but money is. I mean, yeah, money is not forever either, but I mean, it's at least I can accomplish something, you know what I mean? You can still be famous and broke.
Frosted Flakes or Pebbles?
Frosted Flakes.
Okay. Dude, that was kind of fast. That was kind of fast.
I don't know. My teeth started to hurt because Pebbles be sugary and nasty. I don't like this shit.
Okay. Adidas or Jordans?
Jordans.
Jordans?
Yeah, deep. What?
You walking up, you standing in lines, you mugging,
I'm not a line stand.
You elbowing, you kneeing for the J's.
You're right. You know what? You're right. Adidas. I'm sorry. Let me rethink that. I'm a Samba wearer. I'll throw on some Sambas quick.
I'm about to say, come on now.
Yeah, Adidas.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with a fresh pair of J's.
This is true. This is so true. This is so true. So, are there any quotes that you live by, like something that you wake up and you think about that and it keeps you moving, like when you want to give up and you like, damn, this CRU, man, I don't know about this. Like, is there anything that keeps you pushing?
It's not great. Do without will, man. Like, do what you want. Like, this is you and everything. This is your world, and everybody else lives in it. You know what I mean? I feel like that for everybody. You feel me? So take that kind of selfish approach to life. Like, that's the way. Like every day, like, yo, I'm gonna get whatever the fuck I want. Like, it's mine. The moment I thought it, it's mine. Like, taking that shit. So, unite. Period. Unite. Short and sweet. Follow CRU, Creative Revolution Union, at We Are CRU, WeAreCRUX. And that's Twitter, Instagram, you know what I mean,